What's up, everybody? So I thought I'd just give you a quick update of what I've been going through since I moved to Japan. It's been a transition, let's say, for the past few weeks. So the first week, I was training in this place called Kokuro, which is in Kita, Kyushu. It's a smaller city. It's about maybe an hour or so train ride from Fukuoka City. So it was kind of cool. The teaching was really boring, but after the training, you get to go out, get to try out all the izakayas, the convenience of the nightlife, which was pretty good. So I caught a couple trains. After our training to Hakata, got to explore around there in Fukuoka. I found my way to Tenjin and actually got to eat some of the good foods. It was recommended for me to try this place called the Yatai, which are these little small tents, these setup tents that they have, like yakitori to ramen to all these different types of stuff, to okonomiyaki to takoyaki, and it goes all the way down. So I'll try and add some pictures for you guys so you guys can get an idea. But Tenjin was a really happening place. I really enjoyed my time in Kita Kyushu just because everything is so convenient. The train systems were really nice. And yeah, that's definitely what Japan, what brought me to Japan in the first place. And so, fast forwarding to the future, to the present, I caught a train to my current area here. I'm in Kumamoto, kind of near the border of uh, Kagoshima. So I'm in this town called Minamata, which is a really small rural town. From Hawaii, I would compare it to like a Waianae. There's really not that much, but it just has, the really necessary things you need. They have a convenience store, a few of them. They have like a market there, a few restaurants, but nothing more than that. It's just a very sleepy town. But it has everything that you need basically to kind of get on your own. And it's the middle of the mountains, so it's really country. The best way I could say it is it's like a wine eye. It's just enough. It's really it's beautiful. Has a lot of scenic points that you can check out. So I plan to, kind of drive more around and kind of do more exploring over in Minamata. And I got to check out my schools the other day and today in Ashikita. And oh boy, man, uh, I thought, I had a feeling of what country was, but actually being there, it's just, how can I say it? It's jaw dropping, baffling. I think that's the best word I can say is baffling. Um, and basically, one of my schools is this place called Uchino, which is, I guess, one of these small towns off in Ashikita. It's in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of the rice paddies. And trying to drive through the fields, there's like a small road that literally takes you to this rural village where the elementary school is. And like the road is so narrow that if you are not paying attention and you move to the left or right, if you swerve too much, you can literally fall into the rice paddy ditches, and it's a long way down. There's maybe like a 4 foot embankment off. So you don't want to be doing that. Yeah, you'll probably be pretty screwed and really mess up your car. And so, yeah, it's kind of surprising why they need an English teacher there because it's so rural there, and I doubt any of the kids there will even be needing English or would be interesting in learning English there. And so, um, definitely a surprise there. And my other assignment is in this other village called Tanoura. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's a little bit better. It's further north up at Ashikita, kind of near north, kind of near where the next town is. And I believe the next town it's called, it starts with a T. I can't remember it, but anyway, yeah, it's a little bit better. There's kind of a little bit more civilization, but not much. It's kind of like my hometown in Minamata, where it's just the necessities. You have a few convenience stores, a market, and then like a few shops, and then that's it. And so, I'm fine. I guess living in Minamata just because it's better than Ashikita for sure. Because Ashikita is just, man, it's really like, how can I say it? It's definitely rural. Like, it's like maybe like going to Indonesia or something like that. Uh, yeah, there's just rice paddies and farms going for miles. Maybe it's like the Alabama of the United States. So, kind of shocking, being that I'm from the city, right? And you know, being like tasked to go out here in like the middle of the paddies to go and teach English. So that will be interesting. The worst part is this apartment, man. Man, well, how can I say it? So when I first moved in, I just kind of was shocked because, first of all, looking on Google Maps, my apartment didn't really look like an apartment. It kind of looked like a warehouse. It just looks really shabby and kind of run down. It's not a very welcoming place. And so, like, the way the parking situation is set up, it's just basically off on this off beaten road, kind of with gravel. And then they just pretty much put ropes out for your stall. And so, the first time that I arrived there, I have a designated parking spot, which is, from the property management company that you have an assigned parking stall. So, or off the bat, there was a car parked in my space. So I was like, what the heck? What's going on? So, I parked in another stop and I kind of, sent a message to the person I'm working with, my coordinator, to kind of get that handled out with the property management office. And so, going back and forth, she was saying, that's your stall, so park in, your stall. So the next day I parked in my son's stall. And then sure enough, there was a lady, that blue car that was parked in my assigned stall. We kind of had like a little standoffish. And I didn't understand what she was saying, but from what limited Japanese that I know, she was kind of saying that's her stall and she parks there. And so, I'm new here, I'm the foreigner. And so basically I just said sumimasen, gomenasai, and I just parked in a vacant stall. She said, this is your stall. So I just, followed through and just parked in that stall. And so, yeah, that was interesting, and meeting my first neighbor, right? Not the best first impression, right? She's like, who's this foreigner parking in my stall? The management company is telling me to park this way, and it doesn't seem like that was the case, right? So there's some kind of miscommunication going on with that tenant and that management company, but the company was telling me to park in that specific stall because that was assigned to me. So I figured, we're all good, but apparently we weren't. So that was kind of setting the premises, right, of what the apartment situation is like, and it just gets worse. So going into the apartment, you open the door and then it is like a surprise. It's really big, considering, for what I expected. I was told it's going to be a very modest size, and so to not expect much. So I was expecting to be in a little closet, but just kind of coming in, it it definitely was a lot bigger. It's kind of like a house. I'm going to try and share my camera here. Hopefully you guys can kind of see it here. So it kind of looks like this, right? It's kind of large, right? Super open space. Has this 1950s vibe here. Everything's all original. Here's my shower. Bathroom inside. I have a I guess like a bathroom sink, and this is kind of like my living area here. So he's part of me with my mess here. Um, I'm still kind of trying to set up here. And I don't plan on staying here for much longer, just because I've been having some really bad bug issues and bug infestation. So because this house is so old, it's poorly insulated at night. I literally freeze to death. Like I just, yeah, you just get so cold. The water, the when it rains and it gets cold, like the coldness just kind of rises through the floor, and so you're literally just freezing to death. And so, luckily, I have an AC that's like that heats, kind of it gets cool and it heats up. So, um, I literally have it on a warm setting, so it kind of warms the area in this area here. It's not enough, but it's kind of getting me through, to for the time being. And so when I sleep, I have that AC on or the warmer on all night to kind of help me, kind of keep warm. Because if not, like I'd literally freeze to death. Um, and the most important thing is the bug issues. Let me go back to the bug issues. Boy, oh boy, are the bug issues a big issue for me. So it first started, in the morning that I got up, I set up everything, I fell asleep. I went to make my coffee, and when I'm pouring my coffee in the morning, I got surprised. This spider just literally leaps up at my face, like out of the blue. This jumping spider. It's maybe the size of a quarter. So it's not like the nice small little jumping spiders that are in Hawaii. These things are like furry, and they have like color on it. They're hairy too, and so yeah, that was like my first welcome to Japan, with that spider trying to attack me while I was trying to make my morning coffee. So freaked me out there. So I was like, okay, that was a spider. No big deal. Maybe it was just one, right? And so later on in the day, possibly when I went to go, I can't remember if it was my morning shower or, shower that I shower twice a day. But anyway, when I went to take a shower, I was just kind of using the shower, trying to, wash up and everything. And I happened to see something move, and it literally just kind of leaped out at me, and it was a centipede, man. The centipede was probably between like 6 to 7 inches. I'll see if I can share a picture with you. Literally, I think I screamed so loud, I think the whole apartment, people in the apartment probably heard me, because I wasn't expecting to see a centipede in the shower while I was doing my thing. And so yeah, literally just random centipede just came out of nowhere. I have no idea where it came from. And so, that definitely, made me feel really uncomfortable, because, when there's one centipede, you know what that means. It means several things. It means there's probably other ones there, and there's more bugs. And so, and sure enough, I keep finding more bugs. Like earlier today, I found like a giant cockroach, a B52, if you know what I mean, a B52 roach, literally just inside my sink, or not inside my sink, but under the sink cabinet in my kitchen. Just saw it. I literally nuked it with the bug spray. Um, and it's still spring, so it's really cool here. So can you imagine, like in a couple months from now, when it's summer, when it starts to warm up, all the bugs are going to come inside. So that's a real big issue for me, man. Like, I don't know if I can live in this kind of situation. It's rough to say. Like, and I'm sleeping on a futon. That's another thing too. So it's not like I have a nice bed where I'm elevated, kind of away from the elements, in case a creepy crawly decides to come and snuggle with me for the night. I'm literally just kind of risking it, right? So last night, I literally tried to cover my body as best as I could, just so if a bug were like a centipede were to decide to creep in with me, chances are I wouldn't get bit. There'd be, I had like socks on with a sweatpants on with a hoodie on like over my head. So the only things that was pretty exposed was my face and my hands. So I think that's how I'm going to be sleeping um, going forward. So yeah, I mean, I definitely reported this to my company that I'm working for. So hopefully um, they'll do something about it because it's not cool, man. Like, you're already sending me out to the country to go teach English in the middle of nowhere. But, at least I have some place a little bit comfortable at home where I can chill, and relax. And going home, it seems the quite opposite. I'm going to be battling insects, right? Bugs that are poisonous that are going to try and want to bite me. That's not cool. So, um, yeah, I mean, it seems like problem after problem since I've moved in here. And I'll get into another story about the application process of registering and all that. That's a whole different story, man. And I can go on for another 15 to 20 minutes about that. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick update of what's going on. I know it sounds really negative, but I just wanted to share that, it's an adventure. I still really like Japan. Definitely a beautiful country. I don't regret coming here. I still really badly, want to learn Japanese. That's the main reason why I moved here. Of course, to, make roots here and hopefully make some good friends. I heard that, people in the country tend to be a little bit more friendlier towards outsiders. So, definitely counting on that. But yeah, hope you all doing great. I'll try and keep you guys more updated, once I have, some downtime. But yeah, thanks for listening and take care, guys. Hope you're doing good.